Greetings, my excellent friends. My name is Gavaroc, and this is the story of Hildibrand Manderville. Second last episode, at least, for this particular tale. The villain is uncovered before us. The thief of many faces, but who is she? We thought she was Ellie, our presumed ally and co-investigator, reporter for the Mithril Eye. And though she looks mostly similar to Ellie, and definitely sounds like Ellie, something's not right. Now we get to learn precisely what that is.
So the letters spoke true. The fiend was in our midst all along.
Indeed.
My prodigious powers of deduction scream out to me. This woman knows something.
Another two-layered mask, mayhap? But no, this woman bears a striking resemblance to Miss Ellie. Phyllis, thoughts? I was all but certain that Ellie was our thief. What is the meaning of this? Well, Huron woman, truths untold. Who is this unfamiliar woman, and what secrets does she hold? Seven L's. Done in by a muscle-bound muttonhead and his motley troop of mummers. Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Consulting Inspector Briardian. Once again you fail to measure up to your lofty reputation. Of course, we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood. My beloved sister, and my eminently capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me Ceci. Charmed, I'm sure. Are you quite all right? Why, you look as if you've seen a ghost! Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no spectres. What we are, mind you, are the last living scions of Sildine aristocracy. Bemused, are you? Befuddled to find two sisters behind the mask? Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show, oh, and those priceless relics, was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, all while spinning the hair-raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of the nation. We owe a lot to you, truly. Why, without the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to these heights of celebrity.
Miss Ceci, from a gentleman to a lady, and I would ask you one thing and one thing only. Just what is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes?
Justice! 400 years ago, that's 4, not 5. 400 years ago, Uldan dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Wait, the histories say that it was Sildee that turned their own men into zombies. The histories lie! And you work from the shadows, silencing those who would speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. To Felice, I believe. It was Uldar that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder, and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate is built on a lie.
What is this madness you speak, woman?
Not madness. Truth! The powder in my possession was stolen from the Uldan army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was his final act of courage, in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that the histories don't tell. The truth that this doe-eyed sultan swan would kill to keep buried deep in the sands of Thanalan. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes, before long you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horrors my ancestors knew. And just what do you mean by that? Oh, how the idiots lap up the stories. A masked crusader of justice, a dashing rebel waging battle against power and authority. Ah, if only they knew. But they will see, soon enough, when they're eating each other's brains out on the streets. In the last days, before our proud nation was razed to the ground, a band of the final survivors stole a vast quantity of the powder from the Uldan vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with the powerful magics. The sole means by which the vault may be opened? By assembling 4 secret relics from Belladia, 4 relics once housed in the royal palace of Sildi, before the Uldan dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak, Ellie makes for the vaults, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think! One day, you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you were there when zombie powder rained down on Uldan. No, hang on, wait. You'll all be dead! Preposterous! But first you, my dear. You will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. Let your flesh rot like all of your rotten lies!
I think not, Miss Ceci.
Oh no.
Hildibrand!
You idiot! Just for once could you not get in the way? Godbert Manderville! I can't even trust your sorry arse to look after him for a day!
I knew it! That presence watching over us from the shadows! It was you, my dear wife! Oh shit.
In my time as an adventurer in Eorzea, I have faced Garlean monstrosities, terrifying feats of advanced technology, ancient, powerful beasts buried underneath the earth, more primals than you could count on your 2 hands, unless you have extra fingers. But never in my life have I been quite so scared as now. Am I to understand that you are Hildibrand's mother?
Aye, this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet, it's enough to send a warrior's pulse racing. Prepare yourself, Gavaroc. The time of our final confrontation is nigh.
Oh, I don't know if your timing is particularly good right now, Gil. Greg. Mesh. Yep. Oh, yeah. That's a perfectly good wall. Do you have propotos for brains, you overstuffed buffoon? My beloved boy's been turned into a stinking corpse if you haven't bloody noticed. You! Gavaroc or something, was it? Yes. Hildy's told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet you. My dear boy's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I can come on a bit too strong at times. But can you blame me? This time, I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry arse husband here, and look what that got me. You'll help me out, won't you? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Anything you say. And as the piles of bodies upon the floor grow exponentially, we get down to business. I dare say it's quite clear who wears the pants in the family, so to speak. Thank you, Briardian. That helps so much. Inspector Hildibrand's mother. Hello, Julianne. What would you like me to do? How can I help? Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages. And just look at him! He's green! Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy. A phial of holy water. The ingredients are simple. A tatter of oversold rags and a phial of twice distilled water. Sintgot at the market stocks the former, and the latter you can procure from a trader by the name of Guest. Now hurry! Once the poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote will save it. In the meantime, I will search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive.
Ouch! That smarts. Ye gads, Hildy, you're looking none too hearty yourself.
No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf! Now, are you going to accompany Gavaroc here and make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall?
But of course, my lady, Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Sintgot's sundries, was it? Well, come now, Gavaroc, there is work to be done.
Sorry, aren't you my enemy? Are we being forced to work together by the pure unstoppable powers of motherly rage? A piece of oversold rags from Sintgot's sundries and a bottle of twice distilled water from the trader Guest. Now, hurry, godstand it! My dear boy's life is at stake. Felice is still stuck on the previous thought. Do not blame her. Not good for the heart rate, this woman. As I debate picking up some medicine as a side errand on my trip to the market, but ultimately decide it's probably best to go to Sintgot as quickly as possible and get this done.
Oversold rags, you say? I fear that I've only a single tatter left in stock. It's already been spoken for. But, my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, and quite possibly mine own as well, hangs in the balance. I sympathise with your plight, friend, but a man has to make a living. I've been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane for these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. Do you expect us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice?
Thankfully, just when we thought all was lost, assistance came from an unexpected source. How do you like my stalling as I look up who this character is so that I can voice them appropriately? Well, now that I've admitted that, it sort of falls flat, but nonetheless. Well, look what we have here. If it isn't the Warrior of Light from the Colosseum. Funny who you meet at the markets. Avila! And sister, whose name I do not recall. As it happens, I just returned from my training, and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. If it's a membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to a share. I thought for a moment about asking just where she was storing all of those chimera bits. Then I let the
better part of my judgment take over and kept that question to myself.
My lady, you are far too kind.
Don't mention it. If it hadn't been for Inspector Hildibrand and Gavaroc here, I'd still be tag teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. And I'm a woman who pays her debts. Thank you, Deus Ex Gladiatrix.
Now take me if that wasn't a Veil of the Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Well, I have half a mind to give you the rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. I won't, but I could. A kind sentiment, my good man, but we are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain. Aren't we, Gavaroc? And with this our task here is done. Now let us find this traitor named Guest.
By all means. Where exactly doth Guest lie? Somewhere close to the Chamber of Rule. A quick aetherite jaunt will get us there. And a few begrudging steps. Try to avoid walking where possible. I don't particularly like it. Seems like a peasant's mode of travel to me, but alas, within the confines of a city, my mounts are not available. Hello, Guest.
The blundering Manderville boy's on his last legs and you need something of mine to save him, you say? Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody Mandervilles are richer than the traders themselves, yet they have the audacity to haggle me down to the last gill for every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be a happier and wealthy man. And now I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Have you not a shred of honour or compassion in that spindly body? Business rival or no, the man is on death's doorstep!
After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget. But it matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as the seven seas. I beg of you, my lady, may I have this dance?
It's Vans and Arabella and that fellow. Of course. How could we forget? Hi.
Gavaroc, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance?
Already got two of my own, so no, I don't need to attend.
Heavens, the poor inspector.
Well, if it isn't the Lapis Maiden in the flesh. What say you bid farewell to preening fops and scruffy adventurers, and share a dance with a cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty?
Why, it would be a pleasure and an honour both, my lord. Provided you first provide my good friend Gavaroc with the bottle of twice distilled water that he seeks.
Shit. Well, you know this man?
If that is the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in gil anyway. Now, shall we, Miss Arabella?
Farewell to you, douche canoe, and Arabella too.
I knew Hildy to be a worthy rival, but to think he was this beloved by so many. Clearly this realm would deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Gavaroc, let us deliver these goods while there is still time to save him.
You confuse me, Greg, but fine, we shall accept your accompaniment and assistance for now. I hope you're not looking to duel me again, though I really don't particularly feel like a scrap at the minute. It's been a long day with many betrayals and quite a large amount of gravelly, throat-hurty voices, so I could do without combat, if that's okay.
Ah, Godbert is woken up.
I trust the two of you wouldn't dare to come back empty-handed.
Indeed.
Bloody brilliant! Aye, I'd take you over my muscle-headed half-wit of a husband any day. Now stand back, and let me show you some real Manderville home cooking.
Ah, so the frying pan is for more than just violence.
Foul! You bloody bugger! Guide my skillet. Aye, that should stop its spread. Now it's up to Hildy to flush what's left out of his system. Don't worry, he's my son, after all. I reckon he's still got some fight left in him.
Ah, Briardian. Ah, Nashu. But are you the real Nashu now? Look who I found. She was slumbering obliviously in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane.
Boy, did that nap feel good.
Yes, I'm sure it did. Gavaroc. Word has it that Ellie has been sighted at the Sildine ruins. We must go there with all haste. Very well.
You've done well by my dear boy today. Don't worry, I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him, and I think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the 7 L's are you standing around for, then? The future of Uldar is at stake.
0 to 100 so quickly.
Gavaroc, my strength is yours as well, for Uldar and for our friend Hildy.
You remind me of my husband, what with you having more muscles than sense. If you're so keen on making yourself useful, why don't you run to the markets and bring me some fire crystals? Keeping my dear boy warm is key to fighting off the zombification. Let's see. I believe 20 crates or so should suffice.
I am a warrior, not an errand. I mean, yes, my lady, whatever you say. Please don't hurt me again.
And so Greg sets forth.
I say, Enkidu, the burden we must bear simply to secure my long-awaited final confrontation with Gavaroc. That said, the events of today have given me cause to reflect. Gavaroc and Hildy both. Oh, to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends tried and true. But alas, not I. No, only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. You are a fine bird, and have given me great comfort in my travels. But you will never be Enkidu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me, even Gavaroc could not stand against our combined might, not even if he brought his 7 imaginary friends with him. Oh, Enkidu, wherever you may wander, heed my words and return here to my side. Enkidu, do you hear me? Enkidu! Ye cads! What was that flash from the heavens? It nearly blinded me, and what? The crystals! Where have they gone?
Fancy meeting you here, old friend.
That voice! Could it be? My faithful companion. Why must you always make me wait so?
If I had been around to see this, having the experience that I do with aetherite crystals and what they can fuel given an appropriate amount of devotion and faith, I would be very concerned. But of course, I was not here for that. Nobody was. So we shall continue oblivious, carefree, towards the thrilling conclusion of the story of Hildibrand Manderville. But for now, fare thee well.